So I have my boy here, Matt, and he's going to ask some questions here in the background, and I'm going to try my best to answer these as best as I can.
Who did the Supreme artwork at your place?
The 4 Supreme pieces that you've seen, which are Robert De Niro, Frida Kahlo, Run DMC, and Jack Nicholson, were done by an artist by the name of Hoda Liao. Hoda specializes in caricature art and great human being. Those pieces, what he does is they're all one-of-one pieces that he's drawn once. He then blows up to the size that you want, and then he'll come to you, he'll sit down, get to kind of know you a little bit better, and he will draw over that one painting, and it's a one-of-one piece. So every time he does it, he does them a little different. Our whole theme for those was getting people wearing Supreme that don't wear Supreme.
You mentioned that Celine Dion picked a specific jacket in her visit to the store. Which jacket was that?
It was the Supreme Undercover Coach's jacket, which, if you look on my Instagram, I wore it to the World Baseball Classic, and I showed in my Supreme Collection video as well, if I'm not mistaken. Or did I? Did I show that? It's the one that kept freaking you out when we were at the baseball game.
It certainly did. What is the brand of containers in your shoe room?
They're Iris drop front boxes. Iris recently just changed their boxes where instead of folding down, they fold up. It's a little different, especially because it's not what you're used to seeing. But we got those from Amazon Prime. There was a little bit of a backlog on those, but I definitely recommend if you have a need for more than 10 of them, just open an Amazon Prime account, order them on Amazon, get the boxes delivered straight to you as opposed to trying to buy 50 to 100 boxes and stuff them in your car and have to make 100 trips to a container store. They're about $7 each.
Where do you get all of the sneakers at your store?
Well, we're a consignment store, right? So we have people from all walks of life that'll either come into the store or send it in from out of state or out of the country, and we sell their shoes at a very competitive rate, which is, at the moment, the lowest consignment rate in the country.
Can anybody consign sneakers at Urban Necessities?
Yes, there is no bias when it comes to consigning at the store. You could consign anywhere from 1 to 1,000 or 1,000,000 pairs if you technically have that many pairs, which would be impressive if you have that many that you're looking to sell.
In your own sneaker collection, do you save the original boxes for your shoes?
Yes, 100%. I'm a hoarder and a collector that would, when you're a collector, you want original all. You want the box if it has a card with or any sort of certification, certification. That's an impressive word that we just made up that might have to go into the dictionary of Porto. No, if it comes with certificates of authenticity, if it comes with any, verification with it, I definitely have. Most of my boxes have been flattened out to save space, and I don't keep them at the house.
Who is Joanie?
Joanie is 1, my best friend, 2, my wife, and 3, my business partner. Without her, none of this is possible at all. And 4, she's like the one person that gives me the most amount of shit. So she keeps me in line.
Is Joanie also the person that puts up with the most of your shit?
She's definitely top 3. The people that catch the most shit from me are C's, Joanie, and C's. C's catches it twice.
Where do you get all of your Bape stuff?
It's a multitude of places. One, I'm gonna tell you, it's 3Pete LA, which is a by appointment only store where they sell a lot of great older pieces you don't see every day. Same thing, they're a consignment store. They authenticate everything. I also purchased from Exhibit A.LA, which is right next to Flight Club out in Fairfax in California. And then the rest of it is, either sneaker conventions that we go to, like sneaker cons or, desert showdowns. and just the consignor walking in, there's some great pieces that walk into our shop, and if it's a large and I don't have it and I feel the need, I try to barter and buy that stuff there.
Where is your store located?
My store is currently resided inside the Boulevard Mall in Las Vegas, Nevada on Maryland Parkway.
What is your favorite Yeezy?
That's a tough question. I've been, it's funny, I get asked that a lot lately. Like, I did an interview yesterday at Desert Showdown, and it was the same thing. It was like Nike Yeezys or Adidas Yeezys, and I think my favorite Yeezys, the Nike Solar 2. By far my favorite Yeezy, by far the one that I'm most afraid of wearing because I don't want to desecrate the shoe or crease it or beat it up. But when it comes to the Adidas line, it's Turtle Dove and Zebras are my. So I gave you a top 3.
What is your favorite Jordan?
Black Cement 3 is my favorite Jordan of all time to wear. And then as far as from a sentimental standpoint, Carmine 6, just because, that was a shoe when I was a kid. My mother used to send me to Puerto Rico every summer to hang out with my cousins. And I had an uncle who was in the military who actually was in Nam. So back, when he was in Nam, he actually had a grenade that exploded behind him that kind of put him in a wheelchair. But, solid dude. And I had this one cousin that, so we go, let me backtrack. I go one summer to Puerto Rico. I'm hanging out with my cousins. My mom would send me there for the whole summer. I have 4 cousins in one household plus me. And we used to go, one of my favorite times of going to Puerto Rico or being there with them was going to the base. And the Carmine 6 had just dropped and they were sitting there at the base. And my uncle pretty much bought that shoe for the whole family. The one that was SOL in the situation was me because they didn't have my size. So 3 of my cousins are boys. My 3 cousins, myself, and one of their cousins would go play basketball all day, every day, like for 3 months during the summer. And my one cousin, they would go out there and it looked like a basketball team. My cousin pretty much ran those into the ground, but, at the end of the summer, he gave me those. And by the time he gave them to me, they were beat. But I really looked up to that cousin. He was a role model to me, someone that passed away. And, a couple years ago, I made the efforts of buying that shoe. But when I wore it and I saw that first crease, I couldn't wear them anymore. So I let them go out of fear of beating that shoe up because of what it meant. So that's why in previous videos you've seen me say this is my favorite Jordan of all time and this is my favorite Jordan of all time. So BC3 and Carmine 6.
Does laser tattoo removal leave scarring?
If it's done incorrectly, yes, 100%. And sometimes your skin will get irritated and you might have stuff like this, right? I'm now 10 sessions into laser removal, and this whole process has taken a little bit longer than I ideally would have liked. But, as the shop's grown and all the, stuff we're doing outside of the shop, I don't have as much free time as I once used to, so I can't go as frequently as I would like. But I'm 10 sessions in, and every time you go, they have to set that amperage at a higher voltage than the last time because it has to penetrate deeper to be more effective. Every time you go, it's twice as painful as the last time.
Are prices at the store negotiable?
Yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no is because, look, at the end of the day, we're here to sell shoes for you, right? But understand that the prices that you see on our shoes, 9 out of 10 times are going to be the lowest that you're going to see out of a consignment store in the United States. But at the same time, we're here to sell shoes, and we want to sell you the shoes. So, from time to time, we'll call a consignor or do the back, the homework and see who owns the shoe. And if we got to make a phone call to try to get it lowered a little bit, then yes. But that doesn't mean, hey, every shoe's negotiable. You know, it's case by case scenario. A lot of our consigners too will tell us, hey, I'm firm on my prices, don't call me for anything. And some of our consigners will tell us, look, if someone wants to make an offer, let me know.
How do you feel about the many, many intros that are used on your YouTube channel?
I feel like I don't have enough intros. I feel like at one point we're probably going to be able to give you like 2J's top 10 intros for 2017, or we might give you like worst, you know, top worst 10 intros of UN, or I might just give you an entire 20-minute video of just intros and just, you know, just hype it up. I have like a Steven Spielberg approach to intros.
So with your new channel, in the first 3 weeks that it came back to life, and I say back to life meaning it hadn't been posted on for a while.
2 years, yeah.
You achieved over 1 million views in 3 weeks. Do you have anything you'd like to say about that?
I mean, I gotta say thank you to you guys for watching, man. That 1 million views is a lot of views. It's extremely humbling to see people care about or being intrigued about the content that we're putting out, not only for myself but for brand awareness of the shop, right? You know, there's 1 million guys doing what I'm doing that are probably giving you as good content, if not better than what I'm putting out, and it's just very humbling that you guys even care what we're doing, man. So thank you for watching and paying attention to all the yapping I do, because it's like over 5 million minutes and views. 6 million minutes in 3 weeks. I don't know how many years that is, but I'm trying to catch up in grays, as you can see by my beard, and the amount of minutes that have been watched.
It's almost 10 years of human life.
10 years. That's longer than I've been selling shoes. It's impressive. You guys did that. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I can't... It's crazy. Like 6 million. And then to think it's only gonna hopefully get bigger, right? Because you guys are gonna keep spreading the word and talking about what we're doing. And we're gonna keep trying to give you, you know, good, solid content going forward. So this is gonna be fun.
And to wrap up this question and answer session, what would you like to see more of from your viewers?
I'd like to see more questions, because this definitely has to be a ongoing thing, right? Top 15 questions asked every month through our YouTube channel. I mean, this is a no-brainer. I need you guys. I want tough, hard-nosed questions here. I want you guys to turn this into 60 minutes.
I think we made it more towards 25 questions. So
yeah, 25 is cool.
Sure.
So, you know, to recap, guys, I want to thank you for your time. I will work on saying less, but I can't help it. So deal with it while no, I'm just playing. I'm gonna try. If I could edit it out, I'll edit it out. If I can't, I'm sorry. It's kind of like something I've been doing my entire life. It's really hard to stand in front of a camera and look directly into a lens and try to have a full-blown conversation with someone that you don't physically hear what they're saying, right? So if I say just embrace it. I might make a shirt that says might have to.
I think a drinking game is also formed around it too.
Yeah.
So do that responsibly.
Yes.
See you next month.
Catch you on the next one, guys.